Hello, my name is Amy Sturkey. I am a pediatric physical therapist. I have a little over 30 years of clinical practice. And in this video, I'm going to show a progression of sitting balance with a low-tone child starting at the age of 6 months old all the way up to 2.5 years of age. So I'm first going to start off with just short clips as a teaser to see what she looks like at these different ages. And then I'm going to go through and play the longer parts of the instructional parts of each of these videos. So let's start off with her when she is 6 months old and I have her sitting in my lap. And this clip, she is 8 months old and I have her sitting on my knees. In this clip, she is 1 year old and I'm working on side sitting. And this clip, she is 14 months old and I have her balancing on a ball. In this clip, she is 16 months old and I am challenging her balance sitting on my knees. And in this clip, she's 2.5 years old, and to challenge her, I have to get her on a big therapy ball. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is play the full instructional part of those videos for the people who are interested in those details. I've got her all the way back against my stomach when I've sit her in my lap, and then it gives her back support as well, so it's a good way when you're sitting on the floor to provide head control and a little bit of trunk support for her to sit and work on holding up her head. I'm going to take Myla and put her out just a little bit further. I know from trying before that I can hold pretty low. If she needed more help, I'd hold higher, but I'm going to hold as low as I can and still keep her sitting. And I'm going to work on dynamic sitting balance, and you can bounce her like that and do side by side rocking. I tend to do what I call the gas pedal method. I'm up on my tiptoes of both foot. I can go down on one side, tilt her off to one side. Ooh, don't lose it. And I can go down on the other side or up on one. What I'm looking for her is for her to lean toward the uphill side, which she's doing a great job of. If I tilt her over here, she is leaning toward the uphill side, C-curving that way. And over here, leaning toward the uphill side. So I can bounce and I can lean. Still have to lean fairly slowly for her to be able to get her balance reactions in. When a child gets stronger, I can go faster back and forth, side to side, but she's not ready to handle that yet. I want to have her practice sitting with one leg different than the other. So a classic position is side sit. That's where one leg is turned out and one leg is turned in. And it's a great transition position to go in and out of hands and knees for crawling. So she's not quite ready for it yet, and she'll probably think it's rude, but we're going to start introducing it. So I'm going to take one leg and turn it out the side, which, oh, heavens. And I'm going to take the other leg and turn it in. So she's side sitting, and able to stay up. Now, when kids are not as strong as Myla, they can't stay up when you put their legs in side sit, and they may have to prop on one arm to be able to stay there. But Myla is strong enough to get out of it on her own, but stay there without having to prop on her arm. Oh, sweet pea. I do the same on both sides, practicing side sit. You can start off with a simple bounce, and you can add a simple tilt. You can go side to side. And hey, hi. I think that was waving bye. We're not going by yet. And forward and back. How low I support on the trunk is dependent on how strong they are. So with her, I'm able to hold pretty low. And you want the applause part to be here? There you go. You're all right. Hey. So you can go forward. And you can go back. You can add a small bounce in. It's just a simple way to work on trunk strength. Yes, I'm going to pivot us so you can see the back. When you tilt her off to the side, you want her to see her leaning toward the uphill side. See how her head's going up toward the uphill? That's exactly what I want to see. I get to see her face, sorry guys. And see, you're leaning toward the uphill side. And you add that bounce in, it makes it trickier. So I've got her on my knees. Sometimes people put a couch or wall behind them to help stay in the sitting position, but I am tilting her from one side to the other to get those balance reactions. Yeah. I'm gonna get your back to the camera, forgive me, so they can see. So what you want to see is for her to lean toward the uphill side. So she's leaning this way. And when I tilt her this way, oh, she leans toward my necklace. She leans toward the uphill side. I know it. That's good. I'm going to try to get you facing the camera. Ooh. Oof. Hi. And you still want my necklace? Let's see, here's your ball. Oh, not the ball. Okay. And we're going to work on that same tilt her this way, leaning toward the uphill side, and this way. And you can see I'm doing that by putting one foot down, one foot up, and then putting the other foot down and up. Nice work. The bigger the bounces, the faster you go, the more challenging it is. You like that necklace. One of the things I use is dynamic surfaces to help work on the trunk control for being able to walk. So I think there were videos earlier of me working with Myla, but she's a lot stronger in her trunk, so I'm gonna try rocking her side to side and see how fast I can go and she hang with me. It's pretty good. So this time I'm gonna add a bounce to it. Good girl. And I can start adding a bounce so big that her bahonka starts coming off the ball. And that's where it looks like it's starting to get challenging. Nice job, Sweet Pea. Oh, that was so much fun to watch. It's so fun to see her change over time and get stronger. I hope you enjoyed it too. And I hope these were things that you could do to help your child get stronger too. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, bye-bye. If you liked this video and would like to be notified by email when the next video comes out, click the subscribe button here and click the golden bell icon and ensure notifications are enabled on your account.